Let's for a second go to Heidi's YouTube, because Heidi was supposed to be doing the female version of this event, or an iteration of it, because she's got her pro card, as she said, and she's got experience, and she's training, and she's over 40 now, but she said that was part of the allure for her. So the last video she posted about it was 1 month ago. It says, fit over 40, my road back to a pro bikini stage part 2, but never, bonus episode? Oh no, did I watch this yet? Maybe I missed one. I missed something. Okay, we're gonna have to watch this. Sorry, everybody. I don't know if she's going to be doing this competition. It looks like no, because she hasn't spoken about it since. And it was, she was sort of making it seem like it was gonna be. I don't know if you can see when I'm hovering over it, what shows up for me. Watch. That's what a preview is. Okay, so let's just see what this is. I have not watched it. Unless I did, but I don't think so. It says, the journey is so big for me that we couldn't just stop with part 1. Here's some bonus footage in my journey back to a pro bikini stage. Yeah, I believe she was supposed to do it in November, and I'm almost positive she's not going to do it. So let's just see what she's talking about here.
But I also didn't understand that competing is about so much more than one show. It's about showing up over and over and over and over. It's about improving. I'm gonna cry. But it's about improving every time. It's about subjecting yourself to criticism, not about how you look, but okay, maybe I need to, let's train this. Maybe I need to add more fat to my diet.
Interesting choice of words there. Subject yourself to criticism to show that you're worth it. Yeah, that's not so great for me. It seems problematic in its wording and problematic in its meaning.
It is so...
And it is about looks. It is about looks. It is about what your body looks like. That's 100% what this is. There's no it's really about the friends we made along the way. No, it's about what your body looks like. You're on a stage, lathered up, oiled up, for people to literally look at every crease and crevice of your body and judge it. That's what it's about. I don't know how in the universe that could be healthy for someone who has struggled with eating in the past. That's not my place to judge what she wants to do with her life, but I cannot imagine that being an easy and great thing to transition from, lifelong problem and then move on to this intense scrutiny, which is, again, you can say all you want. It's not about your body. It is about your body. I'm sorry.
Empowering. And actually, I believe that those 2.5 years of competing were the most therapeutic thing for me in my body dysmorphia, in my eating disorder past, because it actually gave me tools to feel comfortable no matter what.
How? What? I don't have the background to understand. I don't have the expertise to speak on it, but I don't understand how that could be true.
So I just finished getting a beat down by Damien over at Pro Physiques. The thing is, you can see from the way that he trains me why he's so good. Most coaches don't understand the importance of the little millimeter foot movement, or he studies and watches where I'm putting weight in my foot. I do have a seatbelt on, by the way. He sees where I'm putting weight in my foot and makes sure I'm evenly dispersing, because when somebody like me has injuries from the past, so many of them, multiple surgeries, but 3 in particular on my knee, those ACL reconstructive surgeries, it's so important that my biomechanics are spot on, because if they're not, I'm going to be building muscle around an injury, which will lead to imbalances and hip issues and more knee issues and further injuries. And so for him to be that set of eyes that I can't be for myself, and say, hey, okay, wait, tweak your foot. Your knee's going out. And he can tell my knee goes out when my glute's weak. And he's right. Like that left side is weak. And when that left side's weak, my knee kicks out because my right leg is compensating. So it's out to anyone watching that hasn't experienced injury.
Again, like this content that she's making, I mean, this is like a bonus episode on her YouTube channel, so who cares? But like, who is this interesting to or beneficial to other than herself? Like most of the content that I think she posts, like it's only about her very specific, life story. I just don't find the greater meaning behind why I need to know why her coach is the best and it helps her tweak her glute injury. Like, okay.
Or hasn't done rehab. It might be hard to understand, but it's so valuable. Then you take that and you translate it to stage, and it's the difference between symmetrical glutes and asymmetrical glutes, or one quad's being evenly developed or a quad being much bigger on one side and less on another. So aesthetically, yes, it's pleasing and it like helps my journey, like this goal that I'm doing, but also in a rehabilitation type of a way, a therapeutic way, it's so beneficial for my body in the long run.
Is it?
So we just finished. That was actually, I think
It was a workout.
It was a workout. There was shaking. I don't know if I've actually been that nervous for a workout in a long time. And I don't think it was as much the workout I was nervous for. It was the idea that I thought after the workout, Damien was about to tell me how far away I was from getting on stage. And what's funny is, like, you can see I have a story in my head that I have so far to go. I have so far to go. I'm not going to be able to do this. I've been telling Dave for the past week, I don't think this is a goal I should do. Like, I was actually trying to come up with reasons why this was a bad idea. Like, I don't know, I'm 40. Is it a good idea? Like, do I really want to get in a bikini again? And like, what was happening? Because I don't love getting in a bikini and going on stage. I don't. Like, I've never loved it. It's always been uncomfortable. But
then don't do it. I'm glad that she's not doing it. I'm glad. Don't do it. I've always hated it. It's uncomfortable. But in order to feel good about myself, I must subject myself to intense criticism. That is so not healthy. And again, like, live your life however you want to live it. But if you're going to hold yourself up as a self-help guru, sell a conference to other people, women, for $1,000 plus to teach them how to be better versions of themselves, you got to get this stuff in check. I'm sorry. Like, what is this? This is not, in my opinion, which I'm a nobody as well, good for anybody to hear. Like, this woman, she seems happy and very comfortable.
But it hasn't been about that. It's been about setting a goal that was so uncomfortable for me, a goal that actually somebody on our show, Extreme Weight Loss, challenged me and Chris to do. But setting that goal, committing to it, and following through, even though there was a chance that I could lose. And coming from me, like, I'm a person who has historically only tried things when I knew I could win, because I was scared of looking bad, scared of failure. And me getting on stage or choosing with Chris back in the day to do a competition was such a step.
I wonder how many times Dave hears the name Chris while they're together. If he's got like a counter on his notepad on his phone, like, all right, 2 times in the car, 6 times at dinner. Like, we know Chris. We know he was the one you did this with. And it's not really relevant to the story, I don't think. But okay.
Step outside of my comfort zone. And I failed miserably. Like, I got on stage thinking I was going to do great, and I actually got close to last place. And it was truly one of the most devastating things I've experienced, but also one of the most beautiful things, like, for my growth and my development, to like learn to be okay with losing. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me. I love that you.
Oh my God. I have to go back. So she said, I almost came in last place, and that was like so devastating and horrible. Okay, so that's what happened to Dave later. And now she's like, she looks pretty pissed at Dave in this moment. Okay, I'm going to try to up the level of okay, well, it doesn't help it. She's a ghost. She's a beam of light, literally, from this video. Excuse me.
to my development to like learn to be okay with losing. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me. I love that you went into your first competition thinking you were going to win. I'm going into my first competition planning for last place so that if I get next to last place, I'll be like, look who didn't finish last.
So let me tell you, but like I had been
okay, great.
told, like I'd only tried things historically that I knew I could win. That's a very fixed mindset thing. I did not know that like you could get good at things. I thought you were either good at something or you were bad at something.
This, I believe, is post panic attack, not pre. She says that she had her panic attack in July, and I believe this came out in September, I think. Now, I don't know when it was shot, but if he's already preparing, I think that makes sense that it would be in the September timeframe. So post panic attack. God, it's 101 degrees. If you see that in the left-hand corner, 101 degrees in Phoenix at this time. Jeez.
And when they challenged me to do it, I was scared, but I'm like, oh, I got this. Like everyone's telling me I'm going to win. This means I'm going to win. I did not understand that bodybuilding or bikini is about so much more than feeling confident in a bikini. Because I think I did. It was about putting in the work day in and day out, understanding that like it's the details, it's understanding body activation, like you're posing and muscle flexing and not flexing, but body awareness, right? Like there's so many details to even the right color bikini on you and how you walk on stage and how you present on stage and like eating enough, like I already said it, but like eating enough food was the hardest part. I was 105 pounds when I started competing. Before my first show, Damien was like, you got to put on 20 pounds and you got to put on 20 pounds fast. And so I went from 105 to 125 in a matter of a few months. Having an eating disorder history, that was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Like to trust somebody, like to actually say, okay, I'm going to trust him the same way I ask my clients to trust me. And if he's saying I need to gain weight, if he's saying I need to double my calories, I'm going to do it. Like I always say, Chris once told me, try it for 2 weeks, try it for 2 months, try it for a period of time. And if you don't like the results of the plan you're following, you can always go back to what was not working before. And like that is such a big aha thing. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to try this. Damien's name is on my transformation. So if I go on stage and I don't do well, or he knows what the judges want. He knows that they're looking for full muscles. They're looking for health. They're looking for like not emaciated, anorexic looking girls, right? They're looking for people that train, that are conditioned. And his name is on me. And if I get on stage and don't do well, that's on him. But I also didn't understand that competing.
Take a break. God, this is so much pressure to put on yourself for no reason. This is the problem with all of this stuff. Like, yes, like have goals, do things that you want to do, prove yourself right, prove yourself wrong. I'm not against those principles in life whatsoever. But when it's not, she described this experience already as uncomfortable, something she does not like to do, something that's stressful, something that she had to put trust in someone else that she wasn't, necessarily wanting to do and gain weight and all of this. It's just like, why? Like you're making these, it's like almost like creating adversity for yourself for no reason. Like for no reason other than flatulating when you like hit yourself because you're unsatisfied. Like this is what Dave sounds like to me, and this is what Heidi sounds like to me, and this is what the whole fitness industry not fitness industry, but a lot of it, like the competitions at least with the physique and all that and how strict they have to be, it just doesn't seem like a real great love of yourself. It's like, I need to be better, so I need to starve, or I need to force myself to eat, or it's always like pushing yourself out of your, natural state. It just seems like nerve-wracking. And again, when she said that she came in last or whatever in the one competition, again, we're going to read the report in a minute, but it may have had nothing to do with her at all. It could have been that she didn't do any favors for the owner of the competition. You know, it could have been she's not one of the girls, the in girls that are like the ones that do all these nude photo shoots. So she might have been completely the best looking one there, and it doesn't matter. Redhead with a rake. Hello. Thank you. It says Heidi is confusing a camera with a therapist. Yes. This seems to be Instagram lives are her therapist. These YouTube videos, she seems to even get more intimate with like a cameraman. And we know that it's a cameraman in this case because he was in the video where like the mirror was and it was a man. So it seems like when there's a man there with a camera, she's able to like emote much more than when she's, I don't know, maybe even like on Instagram, she has more of a persona. And on this, she seems to be more able to like describe things. But at the same time, it's like, this is not relevant to anyone else but her own personal growth, her own personal understanding. So like sharing it with the world, I don't know. I don't think she's at a place where she should be sharing all this yet. But thank you, Redhead with the Rake. And for that, I will
actually do something obscene for you.
I will actually.
Is about so much more than one show. It's about showing up over and over and over and over. It's about improving. I'm gonna cry. But it is, it's about improving every time. It's about hearing, like subjecting yourself to criticism, not about how you look, but like,
it is.
Okay, maybe I need to like, let's train this. Maybe I need to add more fat to my diet. Maybe it is so empowering. And actually, like, I believe that those 2.5 years of competing were the most therapeutic thing for me in my body dysmorphia, in my eating disorder past, because it actually gave me tools to feel comfortable no matter what. Like, I've intuitively ate for the past 3 years. I have not counted a macro. I've never gotten worried about it. I've gone from more muscle to less muscle to softer to all of the things, and never once, you know this, Dave, never once have I felt poorly about myself the way that I used to in the past, because I know that I have the knowledge and I have the power to do whatever I want. And that's where freedom exists. It exists in knowing that you have what it takes to achieve what you want to achieve. It actually exists too in doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. And when you set a goal, actually taking the steps necessary to reach it. And it's also why, like, me trying to talk, like I was trying to get you on board and be like, I don't know if I should do this. I committed to the community, but it's probably a bad idea. I'm 40. I shouldn't get in a bikini on stage. Like I was letting society and what I knew some people would say get in my head, right? Like, cause I know there are going to be people that see me get on stage and they're like, here's Heidi trying to get attention again. But the reality, I don't give a what they think, because the reality is I know how I'm going to feel if I set a goal, if I said to my community and mostly to myself that I was going to do something and I found reasons why I shouldn't, you know?
I'm pretty sure she's not doing it. So, I mean, maybe this is going to be the surprise. She is competing the whole time, and this is all just like, oh, I kept it from everybody, but I have a feeling that's not the case. I think she did decide, hey, this is not right for me, and that's fine. I think that's the right choice. To be honest, I think the pushing yourself to do something you don't want to do because you promised someone else like a goal. I promised my parents that I would achieve this and this. It's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like it's your life, you know, like your community will get over it, hopefully. And if they don't, that's that's a problem with them. Like, I don't know. Thank you, Big Dill. Big Dill says, buy my book. Which book? Do you have a built through privilege book as well? Built through bodybuilding book? Which one? Which one do you have?
I will slowly buy you a boat.
Right?
I am all about getting a free ride.
Me too. Heidi and Dave?
They truly have it all.
They truly have it all. Okay, we got a little bit more time left, but I think this is just interesting. I'm very interested in it, honestly. I'm interested to hear her mindset and to hear like what she has to say and whatever in this case, because I think she is being, in her version, honest, or her own. I think she's being honest. Like what she thinks is what she's saying right now, which I think is refreshing in a way, but also I just find it to be sad. Honestly, just really sad.
Because we all have reasons why we shouldn't do something. We just don't want those reasons to turn into excuses why we didn't, you know?
Yeah.
Like my word needs to be more powerful than any reason I have. And it sucks because I'm super scared. I'm out of the game of posing. I'm 40. My body, I'm super happy with it. But for that sport, part of me is like, I go back to fixed mindset. Like, am I even capable of doing it anymore? Like, I start to experience feelings and emotions and thoughts that people that I work with experience, right? And this is good for me. Like, I need to experience this. Like, I need to be scared. And I need to be scared, and I need to do it anyway. You know?
I do.
You know what's cool is like, I'm going to get to...
Dave. God, Dave. Yeah. Why don't you hear what she's saying and respond in a healthy way? How about, no, you don't need to do something you're scared of if you don't want to do it. No one's holding a gun to your head saying you have to compete on stage and be in a bikini. And she's the only one that thinks, oh, I'm 40, I can't do something. I would never in a million years would go, oh, no, fitness ends at 39. So I think this is her own, and obviously it is her own insecurity, but like, come on, Dave. Help her out here or something. Someone help this person.
To go home right now and share some of these experiences, some of these like human feelings and emotions and fears that I'm having with my 5-day Better Body Bootcamp crew. So right now I'm running it's a free program because there are, of course I have my challenges that are 60 days. I have different courses. I have events that I do, but not everybody can financially afford something, number one. And number two, 60 days is so big, so far. It feels like a mountain for people who are just starting out or people who are scared, right? So I decided to create a 5-day boot camp, a free 5-day.
Okay, Heidi, we know this is like a funnel to get people to do the challenge and it's over. So let's skip it because this is, by the time she posted this, it was already over. And also like sharing these feelings and emotions with these people. Why? These people are not your friends. These people are on the internet. They want to work out. Like you don't have to tell them how you feel about, your body and at 40 and tell these feelings to someone like Dave, maybe someone more compassionate and caring and listening, but not a camera and not your, free boot camp crew. That would be my suggestion as well. Okay, we're almost done.
But that is such a small piece of actual transformation because if you don't have the glue to make those stick, the diet and exercise doesn't matter. So I give workouts, I give nutrition, and they're simple workouts. They're like workouts that anyone could do. It's a program I'm super proud of. We have 14,000 people in the boot camp right now, and every day, in addition to the videos and the program that I give, I go live. This was like a little add-on last minute, and my I'm just gonna go live for 5-10 minutes every day has turned into an hour plus a day because they're fun. Yeah. Aren't they awesome?
They're amazing.
They are. And
he's not listening.
It's a lot of work, like a lot, but it's also the thing I'm most passionate about. And what makes it worth it for me is seeing that they're actually grasping and understanding what I'm teaching and seeing how grateful they are for it. Like that's the best. Like there's nothing worse than putting a lot of time into a gift and having a kid be like, I didn't want this.
What's next?
Yeah. And so to put so much time into a gift and to have it be received by an entire community of 14,000 people as like
children.
Holy moly, thank you for doing this for me. Like it makes me want to keep doing,
Yeah.
It makes me excited for the challenge.
Yeah.
To come up.
Challenge is coming.
Challenge number 4. It's our.
He's he is thinking about something else in his head, and he has mastered the skill, which I cannot stand people who do this, who hear like 1 or 2 key words that the person's saying and going, yes, challenge, amazing, yes, you are great. They're not listening. They're just repeating the 3 words to make it seem like, yes, I am comprehending, but they're not comprehending. They're just like placating you. I hate it. I hate that quality.
Anniversary challenge.
It's our anniversary.
60-day get fit.
And that's how it ends. Okay. Great content. Okay, well, I have a feeling, like I said, that she's not doing it. I could be wrong, but I don't think she is. What is this? I have developed a rash on my mustache. Rash dash. Yeah, so I could be proven wrong, but I have a feeling that she's not going to be doing the competition. But, you know, only because I've seen her eat like marshmallow dream bars and videos, and she has, like I said, has not brought it up, has not posted anything in over a month, and it's supposed to be pretty soon. So that's my guess. I could be proven wrong. And yeah, I don't know what, like, posting the ad about, oh, the thing is, like, we all know, like, it's common knowledge that free challenges, and even in Dave's like latest podcast, he talked about, you know, how to get people in the door to then want to spend money with you. And it's like, offer a free challenge, offer. So he's aware. I'm sure he's helping pull the strings of this, you know, the challenge or whatever for Heidi, at least in some capacity, giving her tips or suggestions or whatever. For people to act like, oh, this is a gift I'm giving my community, blah, blah, blah. It's like, first of all, she closed it after it was over the 5 days. When people wanted to stay and like use it as like a support group, she's like, no, we're closing it. Why would you do that? Because she wants people to pay the, you know, $250 to join the 60-day challenge so that they can join that community so that she can, you know, fund her lifestyle and have food on the table for her children. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, don't bullshit me when you say, oh, I'm just doing this as like as a great favor because people love it so much and they need my help. Okay, but also you're doing it to get people to pay eventually. So just be honest. Like, I think we all need to accept honesty better. You know, let's blame ourselves. Like, if someone were to say, hey, here's 5 days for free. I want you to join my 60-day challenge because that's how I support myself. And I think it's a really good paid program. There's accountability. There's a community. There's guest hosts. It's whatever. It's $250. If you can't afford it, no worries. I'll have another one coming soon. And maybe I'm having an app that's going to be cheaper, and maybe that's a better option. Will we hate you for it? I hope no. Be honest, to be like, well, I just want to change the world one, you know, before and after photo at a time. It's like, no, you don't. I just hate living in this false reality of like, oh, I want to change the world. I want to change the world. How are you going to do that? How are you going to change the world? I'm going to have an online life coaching business that costs $1 million a day, and I'm going to change the world by that. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear you say that anymore, okay? I don't want to hear it anymore. Sorry.